Good to have you on Tesla Shorts Time, episode 529. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Today is July 2nd, 2026. Plenty going on in EV land. Let's get to it. Tesla's new winter heat patent turns the compressor into a deliberate boiler to protect range when ambient temperatures crash. The filing details an 8-way valve and super manifold that link the battery, drivetrain, and cabin thermal loops. The system scavenges motor or battery heat when available. When those sources are insufficient, the compressor runs in a lossy mode that boils refrigerant directly across the motor and inverter. This setup eliminates the dedicated high-voltage cabin heater and reduces both cost and weight at fleet scale. Software decides cabin versus battery priority using trip length and weather forecasts. Dan Ives confirmed his departure from Wedbush this week after 8 years covering Tesla. He expressed interest in continuing to follow TSLA and SPCX at another firm. Ives has been a visible voice on the stock for the past 8 years. The move comes as Tesla trades at $425.30. No specific reasons were given for the exit in the announcement. Coverage of the name will continue from his next role. After seeing how Tesla squeezes efficiency from every joule, let's look at a regulatory win that also protects efficiency and reputation. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration closed its 2020 Electrocreza, closed its 2022 probe into unexpected braking on 695,000 Model 3 and Model Y vehicles. Complaint volume dropped from 300 at the start of the review to only 3 incidents reported so far in 2026. An early 2022 over-the-air update corrected the deceleration behavior. Investigators found no evidence of lane departures or unsafe following distances that could lead to rear-end collisions. The agency closed the case without further action after determining the safety risk remained low. While regulators sign off on existing vehicles, Tesla is already shifting factory space toward its next hardware platform. Assembly cells for Optimus are now being installed inside the Fremont factory in the area formerly used for Model S and Model X production. Dedicated cells are also under construction at Giga, Texas. The move reflects a deliberate reallocation of manufacturing resources toward humanoid robots, even while the production ramp remains slower than initially targeted. This is the first visible sign of factory floor progress since we last discussed the program in episode 525. Volume production is still expected in 2027 or later, and the key open question remains when weekly output will reach hundreds of units. Tesla noted it has moved from a single sports car to more than 9 million vehicles on the road. 5 gigafactories are now operating along with the world's largest fast-charging network that includes over 80,000 superchargers. Energy storage deployments include more than 1 million Powerwalls and 70-plus gigawatt-hours of industrial projects. The company framed current work on autonomy and Optimus as the next phase after 23 years. The reflection was posted directly from the Tesla account on X. As Tesla reallocates factory real estate, its charging network is quietly setting new utilization records. The supercharger network delivered a record 2.0 terawatt-hours of energy in the second quarter. Average daily usage reached 9 sessions per stall with almost no reported wait times at many locations. The result reflects both a larger fleet and smoother day-to-day operations across the network. Strong network performance lines up with improving registration trends in key markets. European registrations rose across several markets in June ahead of expected second quarter delivery numbers. The increase continues the recovery trend observed in prior months. Data for the region arrives just before Tesla is scheduled to report its quarterly delivery totals. Multiple countries contributed to the June uptick rather than a single standout market. The figures position Tesla for potential sequential growth in the second quarter. In Australia, the Model Y surpassed 8,000 units in a single month, setting a new record for any individual Tesla model in that country. The surge helped Tesla maintain the top electric vehicle position in Australia, while broader EV adoption reached new highs. Export strength from other regions offset softer domestic numbers for some competitors. The 8,000 plus figure marks the first time any single Tesla model crossed that threshold in Australia. Overall, EV market share gains accompanied the monthly sales peak. Tesla sold more than 8,000 Model Y units in Australia last month, marking the first time any single Tesla model crossed that threshold there. The same month saw Tesla regain second place in Taiwan registrations after earlier softness. Registrations climbed sharply in June, moving Tesla back into the number 2 spot in the island's auto market. The recovery aligns with broader EV demand growth in the region. In the United States, first quarter volume declined, yet Tesla still increased its share of the overall electric vehicle market. The result shows competitors also faced headwinds, even as Tesla's absolute numbers declined. BYD's overall sales rose 5.5% in June, even as domestic volume fell 22%. Exports provided the offset that kept the company on track. The result positions BYD to challenge Tesla again in global fully electric volume this quarter. Lower-priced models continue to gain share in markets outside China. The modest growth comes amid a broader slowdown in the Chinese domestic market. While sales momentum builds, one operational headache is drawing attention at Gigafactory Nevada. Multiple trailer load thefts of finished or near-finished battery packs have occurred at the Nevada site in recent weeks. Each load carries millions of dollars in value and creates both direct financial loss and supply chain disruption. Tesla is coordinating with local authorities and reviewing perimeter and logistics security measures. On the product side, a leaked photo offers the first look at a possible longer wheelbase Model Y. An image circulating on X shows what appears to be an extended wheelbase body style. The photo supplies the first visual evidence supporting the long-rumored L variant intended for specific markets. Now, one thing worth watching is the wave of battery thefts at Gigafactory Nevada. The incidents target high-value finished or near-finished packs and have happened repeatedly in recent weeks. Beyond the direct financial hit, the thefts create ongoing supply chain friction while Tesla works with authorities on security upgrades. Tesla brought in a senior semiconductor executive from Intel to accelerate its internal chip development program. The hire targets next-generation inference hardware under the Terafab project. The move strengthens Tesla's push to control more of its own silicon supply chain. No specific start date or role title beyond the project focus was disclosed. The addition comes as Tesla scales its in-house silicon efforts. Tesla vehicles now use internal microphones to detect squeaks and rattles during final assembly checks. The microphones listen for cabin noise as each new vehicle drives itself through quality control stations. The system flags issues before the car leaves the line. It extends the use of vehicle sensors already present for full self-driving into manufacturing quality control. The approach was confirmed in recent factory process updates. A Model Y caught fire following a highway incident. A rival manufacturer highlighted its own rescue efforts in public statements around the event. The episode drew attention to how competitors position safety narratives around Tesla events. No further details on injuries or the cause of the fire were released in initial reports. The publicity response from the rival drew separate commentary online. Thermal energy in an electric vehicle must be generated, moved, or stored at a direct energy cost rather than appearing as free waste heat. The new patent therefore treats every joule as a tradable asset that can be shifted between battery, motors, and cabin through one 8-way valve and manifold. When no external heat is available, the system intentionally reduces compressor efficiency to create heat on demand. Removing a dedicated high-voltage heater from millions of vehicles lowers bill of materials cost and assembly complexity. Software decides trip by trip whether to spend or conserve that thermal capital. The same architecture works in reverse during extreme heat or fast charging by dumping surplus battery heat into an empty cabin. Over time, the approach tightens the connection between thermal management hardware and gross margin, because every watt-hour conserved improves cost per mile. Before we go, keep an eye on further Optimus cell installation updates from both Fremont and Giga Texas as the production footprint expands. And that's everything worth knowing about Tesla today. TSLA closed at $425.30, up $4.70, 1.1%. If the show saves you time, a quick rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify goes a long way. You can also find us on X at Tesla Shorts Time. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. I'll see you tomorrow. And before you go, this show is part of the NARA Network, a family of daily podcasts on tech, science, and markets, each one a short, sharp briefing you can finish on the commute. If today earned its place in your feed, here's your next listen. SpaceX Daily, the daily companion for following SpaceX as a public company, from Starship to the stock ticker. Find every show free at naranetwork.com. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.